Now, Hampi is known as Kishkinda in Hindu mythology, or the region of Kishkinda is near Hampi, and much more than that. So it has a religious significance. But Kishkinda is also the place where technically Hanuman was born, near the mountain, Anjaneyadri mountain. But what is more important to me was it's the capital of the Vijayanagar Empire, and if there has to be something which is truly a pinnacle in my view for Hindu civilization, then it is Vijayanagar. And the reason you'll see for the different temples that I talk about. Now, after visiting these temples, so we started from Koppal. We reached near Hampi. We decided let's do a rickshaw, and then that rickshaw will show us. So after starting from, well, we started off from the Hazar Ram temple. At Krishna Temple, Hampi today, and I wanted to tell you something that are common in most South Indian Dravidian style temples. I felt that they are common in all. The most important being, in every Vishnu temple, you will see two things. One is Dashavatar. You will see on the walls, you will see Dashavatar. Second is you will see temple being centrally located, and you will see everything else around it. What I mean by that is the temple in ancient times was the center place of every social activity. So gossip used to take place here, entertainment used to take place here, and of course faith and devotion also used to take place here. Along with that, the bazaar or the marketplace also used to take place around here, used to sit around here. So these are some things I wanted to tell you all so that we have an approach to understanding how temples took place and how people actually lived back in the day. This must be a very absurd scene, which is of course broken down by invaders. So yeah, on to the next temple now. Then we visited Krishna Bazaar, and it was so the Krishna Bazaar basically was Krishna Dev Raya's place. Then I may make mistakes, some mistakes in chronology regarding so as to where we went. Right after the Hazaram temple and Krishna Bazaar complex, we went to multiple other temples in the vicinity. We went to Hatti Khana, the place where they used to store their elephants. Vijayanagar used to store the royal elephants. So then we also went to this place called. We saw the famous Narsimha of Hampi. We saw the great Atma Lingam, which is a huge lingam, and it has water. Tungabhadra river's water there, and yeah, there's multiple other small places like that. There's multiple Shiva temples in the nearby vicinity. So I'm also attaching the pictures there. We went to Vitthal complex. Oh, the Vitthal complex. On the way, we saw multiple pushkarnis or bars. We saw Queen's Bath also. But we went to the Vitthal complex, and I am speechless about the Vitthal complex. And after the Vitthal complex, you'll see these videos and photos of Vitthal complex. I just don't have any words for the Vitthal complex. So that's where the chariot is kept, by the way. Like you enter, you this is where the official parking is. So you start from the Vittal complex. You start from the parking. You either there are these containers, like what do you call them? The lorries that are there that transport you there, or you walk. So me and all my brothers and sisters, we walked. So on the way, we took photos at Pushkarnis. We enjoyed a lot. And once we entered the Sabha Mandap, this is here there is a Sabha Mandap on both sides, and this is, for example, this is the gate. So once you enter, there is the chariot right in front, and then you start going. You start looking at the different yajna mandaps, and then you see the entry to the place, and you enter, and you have to go down for the parikrama. So the parikrama is underground, and just like this is the video of the parikrama I have, and it's beautiful. किती भव्य असेल जेव्हा असेल तेव्हा खरंच की ड्रेनेज सिस्टम वरती का अरे म्हणजे आपण जिथं आलो तिथं एंट्री गेट कुठं आहे ना सिक्युरिटी तिथं जस्ट सो ब्युटिफुल no words really. And then you come out. I just took photo. I have no words, and well, there was also a feeling of rage on that day. Yeah, and before the Vittal complex, of course, we saw other temples, like small temples. I particularly like the Lakshmi Narasimha, but well, and I think I had the photo of it as well. But when we saw the Vittal complex, it was a surreal feeling. Like the glory of Hampi. I'll make a separate video on Vijayanagar sometime later. What Vijayanagar should mean and what it means. It is the center of philosophy too. People don't understand what Vijayanagar is. Vijayanagar was founded by, like, it had direct involvement of Vidyaranya, who's an Advaiti. But Vyas Tirth and Padmanabh Tirth, the greatest, like the second in command of Madhvacharya, they have their samadhis in Hampi. Meaning both Dvaita and Advaita come across in Vijayanagar. And after now, as I'll say, after the Vittal complex, we went to this place called Mahanavami Dibba, where it means that right that the day before Dasara on Dasara, there used to be a darbar there. And I stood on top of the Mahanavami Dibba and I just looked down, and it looked as if I've climbed 3 floors, and I look far in the distance, and the darbar looks like a football field. And there's just trees and majestic buildings everywhere I see. Hampi is just great. And then after Hampi, we came back. The next day, we did something else.